I think I pushed. There we go. I had the mute on. I don't know. Okay, gotcha. I don't know. I sometimes I push the stuff on my phone and it does weird shit. Yeah, I thank you, Marlene. Yeah, it was the mute thing. Um, Funny thing, I went to my Instagram and I'm not gonna give this person much more. I'm not gonna talk about this person anymore. Give her more power. But I hit 1K on Instagram a few years back, like 3 years back. And I went this morning, and for whatever reason, I checked the count. I don't know what I was doing in my profile, and it a lot of people like stopped following me, which is weird, because usually morning. So usually it's like um on my Instagram, I hit 1K 3 years ago, and it was over than that, and I was like, I think maybe around, I want to say 400 people unsubscribed. So I'm still a pretty good count, but like, so I'm gonna make some reels over there so I could get like artsy grills, because I feel like the people that are whoever left, I don't know if I got hacked or something. I have no idea what happened, but because I was like normally one or two unsubscribe, and then I get more followers, so it's fine. But I was like around 400 people left. I was like, and I that recently happened. I'm pretty sure that recently happened. So I think it might be due to the witchy witch of the west, because she likes to be gossipy. But I'm not gonna give this person more power. I'm just gonna do what I do. It has to be something around those lines, like people that actually know me. That I don't know. It's kind of weird, but like I said, so I'm just gonna do more reels over there, and it's fine. Um, I don't know how to link my face my YouTube into there. Uh, yeah, I don't know. So what I'm doing here, I'll tell you, Marlene, in a minute. So what I'm doing here, we're going back to doing our color stories. So I did only find this. I have a couple, and it's in one of my sketchbook journals. I don't know which one, because I remember when I got here, I piled them and I put them inside a journal. I just don't know where they are, and it's killing me. But I did find this one, this leaf, and yeah, I'm cheating a little bit. But so what I did earlier, if you because I was waiting for the gas people came, and I was waiting for him to leave because he was doing some work, and so that's why I wasn't here earlier. But I would have been here like an hour earlier. So what I did is I grabbed this, and I'm using my Inktense pencils, only three of them, in three different colors, because I want you to see it and I don't want it to erase. This is gonna be a very like a real watercolor, transparent. And I trace all around, and now I'm tracing what you saw me. I'm just gonna trace maybe one more, or no, I think I'm just gonna trace maybe one more um leaf, um just on top, something like that. You can do some. This is my way. There's so many ways you could do it. Normally, I would saturate it and then do this last. Um, yeah, it kind of is in no, but yeah, you're right. You can also do the color. I think at some point I am gonna do this in pen and then like scan it and post it on my thing. So if you guys wanna follow along, it's just this little thing. I don't know if you could cut it. This is cardboard. I didn't cut this. I got it when I was substituting in an art earlier this year, like really early this year, in an art they were doing leaves. I don't know why they were doing leaves, and like in I believe February or somewhere there, or late January I think it was. But I grabbed me a bunch, and I even have a little teddy bear, which I don't know where it is, but also like stencil. But yeah. So I'm gonna probably do first yeah, and I press really hard because I don't want the lines to erase. Like I said, this is gonna be a very watercolory I'm not gonna activate this until I put the watercolor, so I start activating. Actually, I am gonna activate it. I take that. Um, Marlene, as I was saying before you told me you couldn't hear me, I sent you an email last night, but I think you didn't get it. It was through your regular email with your name. However, I sent your already your gift. Amazon Sonia, I sent even a message. If she doesn't, if she's not gonna get her gift, then I'm just gonna. I haven't gotten anything for her. I'm just gonna recycle it and just give it away in December through Amazon because I'm not gonna be. I don't know why people don't feel worthy about winning. I did check meeting about an hour ago. About an hour ago, they said I checked meeting about 15 minutes ago. An hour ago, they gave the winners. I didn't win for the monsters. A lot of people did, and some of their monsters like looked like they were done like really well. But a lot of them were like cartoon, those type of people. But that's okay. This is the I think the second contest I haven't won for meeting. So I think they're tweaking their winners. I don't know because they want more audience. So I'm gonna do one more in a color, probably in this color. Let me do it in a different color. Um, and I'm gonna do it in cherry actually. But yeah, so use the colors, for fall. Um, and Marlene email was, but oh no, it's okay. I won two meeting contests, one non-contest and one a contest, and they did a really good job. They gave me a lot of really nice promotion, so I really appreciate it. So that's not a problem for me. It's just like it was cool. I just wanted the mystery bag, but I don't know because I want to see what's in there because it's a mystery bag. So I'm just gonna do this last one here. It is a little bit overlapping. If you don't know what negative space is, it's literally just that where the the shape, whatever you're drawing or trying to get at, it's gonna be actually lighter in value um than the ooh, I don't know what I did there. See, it's hard to see now, but this is my favorite one, cherry. You can do this or you could just do it all dark, which I was gonna do that for Halloween, and then I totally forgot because we were doing a lot of other things, and I had a bunch of other things, and then I wasn't feeling that well either. But but yeah, I want to do this one. This morning, another YouTuber she did something similar, but I wanted to do it because I already was gonna do it. So I still have this. So today we are gonna use this because I want So Marlene, yeah, I was saying, sorry, girl, I send you an email through your thing. Just ignore it because except for the thank you, whatever, for being always here and so present and kind of um, well, basically you're the VIP from my channel. So thank you for everything that you girl that you've done so far, and being so active and So Amazon told me yesterday it was gonna deliver today, but this morning in my time in the AM, like early AM times, because I went to sleep early and then I woke up for a few hours and then I went back to sleep. So I was on YouTube. They sent me an email saying that they had. Uh, I don't know if you live in a rural area, but seems like it. So Amazon will not deliver. So it's gonna get delivered tomorrow through your post office. So hopefully you get their mail early because then I sent two things. One is from a movie. The other one I think you're gonna enjoy, or it's something you're gonna probably want to try. Something that you've seen here in my channel. So when you see, you're gonna be like, oh my god. So as you know, Inktense, I press on them hard because I still wanted to see the pencil marks. See, I don't want them to erase. Like when I want them to erase, I don't press hard. I just sketch with it and then I go like this and then it'll erase. But on here I do want to see the shapes. And it's fine if you don't press hard if you Do you however you want to do. um what is it? Let me see so you guys can see better. I think people enjoyed yesterday's song. It was very long, Marlene. I was like tired after that, girl. I was like, I thought it was gonna be quick and everything. Okay, yeah, that's fine, Marlene. Let me know after you unwrapped and try things, okay? Like I said, the famui, if the it's something that it's a new product. I was like, whoa, and I thought about it, and I'm like, it's cute. I think she's gonna like it, and it's something that I have not tried. So, if you don't like the watercolors, it's fine. You could just take them out, um, and then you could just wait for your holiday one that I'm getting together, and then you could just put those on there, and you're gonna be like, you know. But I think it's cute. The little whatever what I order, it's super cute and it's new. I was very surprised. So as you can see, so some of it did mix because I did the leaves in three different colors. I think you can see them better, but that's why you have to put a lot of water on this one. You gotta put a lot of water. That's why I'm doing it on a block. Because this one, I've done it without a block, and it, unless you're doing like really rough, like the Bahong rough, you see how you could see my clearly my pencil marks. And then if you don't want to get confused, if you could use which I think that's what I'm gonna end up doing right now. The I'm gonna use a micron that I have this real beautiful violet. We'll use whatever you have that is waterproof. So the ones that I overlap, because it's hard for me to see them, I'm gonna trace them. See, I don't know what I trace here. Oh, it's like part of one and part of the other. That's what that is. Yeah. So I'm gonna trace the ones that I overlap because I cannot see like where, and I don't want them to erase, sort of say. I can't see where they're overlapping, like where I see where they overlap. I don't see where's the actual leaf. So see, so I'm just gonna do that, but you can also do this, and I'm doing a second step because I just decided I was going to. But you can do whatever you want. You can leave it as like that because you can still see it very clear, and they're not going to. But I'm gonna use this micron because wherever they're overlapping, I'm like, wow. I'm like, well, this one I could see here the overlap, but this one I'm going to. So this one I'm gonna trace the one that is not overlapping because it seemed to be kind of erasing, and I don't want it to erase. This is our main one. So I just do it like that. Yeah. And then I could see where the one that is overlapping, where is it overlapping. So yeah, it looks better with the color. I really don't like doing this step, but I think I have to. And some of it, because I was like getting confused. Like here I can see very clear where the overlap is, so I am gonna still do this. Cause see, I noticed, see, in some of them where I didn't press as hard, it's kind of erasing. So this one, yeah, this one is this one, the cherry one. The cherry seems to be very like, uh, see, I got messed up. Now I don't know where the line is. They're hard to see once they overlap, and you might want to overlap them after. That's why people would like to overlap them as they're progressing. But I'm lazy, so I don't care. And this is gonna be just for color story. So, and I only three because then you know how it gets. You don't want it to get muddy. You want it to be like this. nice and crispy. I think that's, see how it looks. So I didn't trace everything because I still wanted to have that color. But yeah, it's like wherever, because it was hard to see. I'm like, okay, now I don't see where they're overlapping. And as we put paint, we're gonna start to get darker and darker. So I didn't want to not know where the overlapping leaves were, because I could see where I put the actual leaves, but not when they're overlapping. But now I could see clearly. And if not, then that's fine. You can easily redo it. Don't fret if you don't, if they erase, don't fret. It's fine. So, but yeah, so that's it. This micron will not erase, but it's fine. See? Okay. Let me go get my Daniel Smith. I am gonna use watercolors for this one. I'm not gonna use. I may use gouache. I'm not sure. Actually, that's a pretty. So think about the colors of fall, and for you in your area. In my area, they're kind of like this. So look at Marlene. I found my Daniel Smith stuff. So I have like 3 sticks and I want to get more. Oh, Marlene, in case you know, these sticks, try to keep your eye on them, mostly on Amazon, because these sticks, as far as I know, they're equivalent to, I think, 4 half pans or something. Yeah. So it's quite a bit of product in each stick. And mine, I use mine, but this one bleeds through. I got a trio. This one, I think I had another one and I don't know where it is. Or maybe I haven't bought the other one. I don't remember. But maybe I'm just tripping. This is Vermilion. Or these are the ones that I don't have. Vermilion, Vandate. Oh, this yellow. This is kind of like it's like a weird yellow. But yeah, and then I have Orolin. I'm gonna use that. Oh, I love me some Orolin. Okay, I'm gonna use Orolin. I have my iridescent set here. And this is the other one that I'm not gonna get in watercolor anymore. It's so hard to re-wet when you pan it out, the wisteria. I am gonna now, after I finish with this. No, I didn't finish all this product. I actually put in like in 3 different palettes. That's why it's like this. Um, this I bought this before the Daniel Smith wash came out. This is one of the ones that I'm gonna switch over to just getting it as gouache, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be marvelous as gouache. And the way, because it still has PW6, so it's better to get it as gouache. Because some of the Daniel Smith, you're gonna see, Marlene, some of the Daniel Smith products, although they're good, they're hard to they're once they get hard, they're hard to re-wet. This is one of them. That's why I don't get any more of the tube. I learned from my mistakes. See, I have undersea green. We might use this one. Actually, this is a pretty color. That's why I sold you the ones. Because remember I told you I had the 50 millimeters? Well, I found them the other day and I was like, what the? I have, quinacridone burn orange. This is the old one. I have the old two. So before the whole quinacridone thing. Yeah, this is PO48. Yep, the one that is discontinued. I have the old one. I got this from eBay actually, and I gave some tubes away because I was like, I'm not using this French ochre. See, Cabasso Violet. So I'm gonna use 4 of these. This one I may not use it. I'm still on the fence on it, but it is a pretty green. But I'm just gonna leave it there. I have others, but those are the I did. Oh, and I'm a Potter's Pink girl. You know me. I got some Potter's Pink. This is a Daniel Smith, and I believe I have not used it. I only swatched it. Oh my god, this is my favorite one. Believe it or not, is Winsor and Newton. It Potter's Pink. I need to get more from other brands, but this is my ultimate favorite. My favorite. And then I think that's all these other ones were the iridescent set that I got in the last summer, not this summer. I didn't get any Daniel Smith this summer. Oh, last summer. Yeah, look at they're iridescent, some of them French ultramarine, pyro scarlet. That's why I said some of these are my ride or dies that I've used. See, iridescent copper, the iridescent ruby, um let's see, Ronadine genuine. I think I I have this one, and I think I have another one, Marlene. So I might be able to. I have an. I'm pretty sure there's one in there that I didn't know. I said remember because I couldn't find this bag, but I this is one of my absolute favorite Ronadine genuine, and it's one of those Primatech. It's a beautiful color. This one. It doesn't muddy out. It's like the perfect color, and cheaper than quinaquadones because you can get your hands on these, and it's one of those really nice ones. Quinacridone rose is one of my favorite, but I think, and I said iridescent white. Yeah, these are mostly my iridescents, and some of the colors that I used already. Neutral tint. I think I have another neutral tint, so I think Marlene, I'd be able to um yeah be able to, because I was like, I need to find this bag. I'm like, where did I put it? I had it all along. Because I gave away some of my really old tubes. Um, when somebody bought, another viewer bought, um, another friend of the channel, an iridescent ruby. I actually love this one. That's the one iridescent ruby. This is the color. And you see it is new, but I tried this out. I swatched them, but I loved it so much that I actually that's the one that you see in my set of that I added to what's in it, the set of what is that called, the St. Louis, the from that set. So we might use this. Let's see here, because I have to put the. So I have Cabezo. We're gonna put it at the end because this one is woo. It's very powerful. So I might have to use that little here. My Daniel. This is my Daniel Smith leftovers. So the Cabezo and stuff. I might have to, yeah. Not on the paper. So we're gonna start with the quinacridone orange. It's so pretty, you guys. And I haven't used it in a while. In a very while. But it's so pretty. So pretty. And I don't know why I bought it in 15 millimeters. I think I had it. I think it came. Yeah, it came with these in another color, which the other one I must have given it away because I was like, I am so tired of the French, and it was like the black. The black from Daniel Smith is like it's really crazy. It's like the watercolor, and I had it in 15 in this size, and I was like, I'm tired of that, and I barely use it because it's so powerful. So let me see before. I want to see how this Ireland. Yeah, I'm not sure. Here. Oh my God, it's an exact match to that one. This is Hansa yellow. See, I knew I had another Hansa yellow. I think I sent you one more. I sent you one more. Yeah, it's an exact match. Okay, we're gonna start with this one at the Ireland, and then we're gonna do the burn quinacridone burn orange. We gotta do this in layers, and then 'cause some of them is gonna start to overlap. So I'm gonna go find all this other one and just go in random order. I can't believe it's an exact match too. to the, and this one you can, it's a stick, so you can just dip it in the water. I'm doing it like this, but it's, people find it hard, but I'm using hot press. I mean, yeah, like a hot press paper. So, but I did find it to be okay. Mm, okay, so just yeah, I'm just gonna add some stuff here and there. I love it. So these sticks are pretty good. We're gonna leave the bismuth is more like lemony. So I better not put it in there. I tend to put it when it's wet and then it gets all over my bag. But it's fine. Okay. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. Ooh, so see, so it dries. So I think, okay. Come on, Daniel Smith. It dries pretty fast, so not worry about that. Okay, just gonna take this off. See, it's a lot of Daniel Smith products. Okay. The sticks go a really long way. I was hesitant to buy them because they were super expensive. But also I got them on sale. Like I think they were $6 and $8 respectively on Amazon. So I was like, oh okay. See, that one's pretty transparent. So you want on this particular activity, you I love the darkness, but we're gonna start to get darker as we progress. But you actually want to start transparent. It's negative painting. Like I said, don't fret if your lines start to disappear. You can actually also do this at night. It's very meditative, and I used to do it at night. And and so I like to actually use that product when it's mostly like really wet. So try to get it wet. Remember, I use Inktense pencil, so that pencil mark is still going. As long as I keep reactivating, it's gonna do its job. So yeah, so we're gonna go in layers. You see how it's starting to darken in, but not too much. That's why I said for this particular activity you do need to stay more on the transparent, because at the end you're gonna end up with the leaves are gonna be in lighter value, and then where, which I don't have too much space. I have a lot of leaves actually. I might just darken the leaves and leave everything else lighter because we have a lot of leaves. Okay, so that one's, and see how my, it's so, my water is not watery. It's really nice. Okay, so now we're gonna start with you could let it dry. People do that. I don't have that patience. I just really don't. And then I'm gonna show you today some of my more work that I had from a while ago. This one's actually when I got a little bit better. Um, so yeah. So see, this is my favorite from them. I don't know what I'm gonna do because it's synthetic. It's synthetic, but that's why I'm like, no, no one takes my quinacridone. Somebody did ask me. I was like, sorry, no can do. Okay, so wherever I saw, I'm just gonna let it flow. And this is Daniel Smith, so you know it's gonna flow. We already put, and this one is actually granulating. The old version, not the synthetic. It's a granulating color, so your leaves are gonna look really beautiful. That's why I chose this one, Cabasol. Actually, all three of these are granulating. Cabasol, Violet, this one. So the more water you put, the more you're gonna see it granulate. So see how beautiful and transparent. Ah, so beautiful. See, that's why this. See, people, I do like. I do like colors like this. You may think that I only like metallics, but no, I actually do like color like this. They just have to be rich and I don't know, creamy. They have to have like they have to look different, so to say. Rich and creamy and fabulous. I don't know why I have these marks here, but from Daniel Smith, but we're gonna and you can choose to do whatever leaves. Some people like to drop like here they will drop violet. I'm not gonna do that because if you do that, um, and I'm gonna do more leaves that are darker because I like this one is gonna stay this color. Yeah, they don't. I don't think Daniel Smith sells this anymore. This is the PO48, the one that it was controversial a couple years ago because after 2020, because of 2020, they don't. They don't. It's not a the PO48. It's not available anymore. Something like that, and that's why brands had to go through synthetic versions. But I had it already prior to 2020. I think. Um, no. Um, right after that, I bought it actually, and then brands started saying that they could not make it. So something about going synthetic was a way to go. But I had the real too because they made. I'm sorry, I bought it after like around 2021, late 2021. So it was they must have made it prior to 2020. So yeah, that's kind of where the controversy went, and a lot of brands had to go synthetic. Daniel Smith said that they had enough tubes to last them at least 5 more years. So they were not gonna make synthetics at the moment. They were still gonna keep selling strong, and some people started buying as soon as they saw PO48. They started buying like a bunch of tubes like this size. I think that's not the case anymore, but since Daniel Smith paints go a really long way, I just decided I was not gonna buy one, but I might, if I find it, I might buy it now, just one tube, and then that's it. And then I do believe um, I do believe I have some of um, some of the other one from. See, it's kind of messy, but it's really fun. And it's this. Look how much I squeezed, and I should have not squeezed. I should have known better, but that's okay. This is a Daniel Smith palette of leftover. I just keep on using it for my color stories, but yeah, you have to add a lot of water. Now, do you see why? Now, do you see why? You have to add a lot of water. And this is then I'm using Daniel Smith, so as soon as I add water, it's like I think I have to let it dry because I'm starting not to see my leaves in some areas. Oh Lord, I should have known better and sketched them. Even where I sketched them, it's hard. It's hard to see, but that's okay. So we're gonna make our leaves darker, and we're gonna leave everything else lighter. So we're gonna do the opposite. Normally people leave their leaves lighter and they darken everything around it. But we're gonna do the opposite because we have a lot of leaves and I love painting. I love painting. See how it's really intense, should I say? It's really intense. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm just gonna sketch out the leaf with my paint, Daniel Smith paint. So, cause I want this one to be like super dark and rich and fabuloso. Oh my god, I put so much paint on here. It's ridiculous. That's why I locked it in. Now you see why Daniel Smith is very popular and very sought after. People are like, he's so expensive, but look how much paint. I squeeze this from this, and I still have a lot in my brush. That's why people need a these type of brushes, a mop. But we don't call these mop in watercolor land. We call them squirrel hair, or from squirrel, because they hold a lot of water and a lot of paint. And look how much I still have quite a bit of Brock in 2021, you guys, from eBay. Um, but yeah, I might get one more tube of this. I mean, I'm not gonna die. I think I had Roman Schmal. I'm pretty sure I had Roman Schmal. I think also, oh my god, I can't see the ink tints anymore. Whoopsie. If you can't see it, it's fine. We could let it dry, and then you can resketch them again. Yeah, the quills. Um, you can resketch them again if you like. That's why I said sometimes this is the reason that I saturate my stuff, because it doesn't make sense to me to do it like this, and you're doing double and triple work, to be honest with you. So listen to more. I decided to try it because we're in daytime, but at nighttime you can do this exercise. Do not sketch your leaves. Do not saturate your paper. Start with that transparency, and I guarantee you come out with a better, because this is what I'm starting to do, because my sketches is my sketches it's they're starting to erase, because we're adding a lot of water, and you need to add a lot of water for this exercise. If you don't, then it's kind of pointless, because this exercise is about water, and if you can't control your water, this is a good exercise to do that. So this is what I normally do. What I'm doing, pretend I didn't sketch it. So if you're at nighttime, do this. Get yourself three colors. Start. They gotta be transparent. That's why I'm leaving the cabezon at the end, because that is a transparent, but it's harder than these colors, than the color, and then these colors, and then the intense has already some colors. Now, saturated, you could do it in layers. Get yourself a snack, eat yourself a coffee, a drink, whatever you do. Even if you wake up in the middle of the night, you can do this. Look at something, listen to something, chill out, because this is a very meditative exercise, an extremely meditative. I love doing this exercise, and I tend to do it with different things throughout the year, but I do love it with leaves. See how this one, it already stayed like, I think there was a leaf there, but it's now disappeared. Oops. But don't worry. That's why I said don't worry. I always try to do it other people's way, and it doesn't work out for me. But anyway, I'm just gonna go with the flow for today. So if you're doing this at night, very meditative, whatever, don't sketch it. Have your little thing cause I'm gonna resketch some of these. Trust me, cause you can't see them anymore. And the intense completely, because we're adding a lot of water, it completely disintegrated them, and that's what it's supposed to do, because it's a watercolor paper, it's a watercolor pencil, so it's fine. um but no point of sketching it. Just do that if you're at night. Let it dry in layers. Get your snack, get your little honey, whatever you need to do. um you know Leave some areas lighter, other darker, with different colors. And then you're going to sketch at the very end. When you're done and you have some areas that are darker, some are lighter, some are medium value, and you're fully satisfied, then get yourself your sketch this, and sketch it all the way through. And I promise you, that's why I don't follow people's directions, because for me, it never turns out. And see, we are using a lot of water than my water, even with all that paint that I put, and it's still in my brush. It's very minimal. It's not. So we are using a lot of water. You need a brush that drinks a lot of water, it holds a lot of water, and you need and a lot of paint. So I do recommend this ones, the Dugato. A squirrel. I have a three set. I just said that they're gonna be on my Christmas thing for thing next week. So okay. So now we're happy with that, yada yada. I squeezed way too much, but I'm gonna use it. So we are gonna start with this undersea green. This one is more transparent. This one is a little bit darker than that. I am gonna squeeze it here on my Daniel Smith leftover. I'm only gonna squeeze a tiny little bit because I have not used this color in a while, and I do believe it's more potent than this one, but I don't want I'm I I don't want it to make mud basically when I drop in the cavasol. Now, if this is a good exercise as well overall to exercise your brush techniques, to exercise your water flow, to exercise your transparency. You people are always challenging me, always asking me, "Ah, Maria, you're so bold. Like, watercolor is about transparency." Yes, it is, ma'am. But I like dark. I like my dark. I like to see it, to feel it. I don't want it so watery. But this is an exercise where all those techniques come into play. So you can play with it as much or as little as you like. Okay. If you want to are learning your watercolors, this is a good exercise to do several times with three primary watercolors of your choice, because they're gonna go transparent regardless, and if they mix to each other, you're gonna be fine, because uh that is what the exercise this exercise calls for, that. So I'm doing it this way, but that's also, I've done it that way as well. I did it the first time I did it like I'm telling you, with rosa watercolors, with the botanical, and I did it overnight. I put the plastic over it, and I mean, it was so saturated. This is nothing. Um, the way I saturated the other one, OMG. Like, I came back in the morning and it created the marks out of the leaves. So that's another way to do it. That's what I'm telling you. There's so many ways you guys can do this. I'm just doing it this way because I have not done it this way. But this is a way that irritates me. But regardless, today I'm going with the flow. You see how we're starting to mix now? And this cabasol, I have not used it in a long time, so ooh, so I don't know, but it is a dark. See, it's more bold. It's darker than the this one. Why are we using transparent colors sooner and uh not this one? Because if you would have started with this one and that one, it would have not showed. It would have just yeah. And this undersea green is one of those greens from Daniel Smith that and judging from this, you would think I'm a Daniel Smith girl, and I'm sort of am when they're on sale. When they're not on sale, don't even look at me. But I actually, they're they're right behind my favorite are the Aquarius Roman Schmal, my collection that I have. They're just absolute gorgeous. I have three sets. One that I DIY made. I have over around 60, and some of them are repeats, which I'm okay. The Aquarius, this is reminds me of that Aquarius green, and so many beautiful watercolors, and they've gone up quite like almost double since. Go get a Marta Miranda. That's where you get them. So I'm not gonna go in with this color, as you can see. I'm not gonna go in everywhere because I don't really. I love this color. I don't love it for this exercise. I love this one, so I'm gonna leave this one, and I love me some Cabasol. We might put a hint of the pyro. Um, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. No, I have to leave it in watercolor. I was gonna do some of it in gouache, but no, I don't want to do that because I would try. We're gonna try that on another exercise where I'm gonna use the watercolor and overall, and then once it's dry on an actual block, then we're gonna let it dry, and then we're gonna with a different type of leaf. Then I'm gonna sketch, and then when I sketch, I'm gonna paint that in gouache. That will be another exercise, okay? You see how this one is showing and it's turning kind of like a little bit of brown because it's mixing with all the stuff. That's why you want to be careful. That's why we use the transparent first. Because if you don't, you're going to create mud and you're not going to be happy about that. And you're like, oh, where my beautiful vibrant colors went? I'm taking a chance because this undersea green, see, it created a green right there. Told you. Which I'm okay with that because um, we're not done. And this is a leaf exercise anyway. So guess what? The ground is dirty and greeny and yucky, right? Where the leaves normally stay. It's not like a really pretty sky blue ground. It's actually this color. So I'm fine with it. You see how that transparent color show? And you see over here where where that's why I'm not that's why I said I'm only squeezing a little bit because I don't remember this how to use this one and I want this to show and we still have the cabasol so see so I'm just gonna go around my leaves and put this color in wherever and I'm just gonna and yes you have to add more water. I already have enough green in here. I am adding more water because so use a really I'm using this the Harmony the from Schmink yeah the Schminka the one that I'm this is not 100% cotton which is fine and you see how Daniel Smith reacts here, right? That's when people tell you, oh, like the paints are bad, blah blah blah, but the paper's good. No, your paper quality has to be uh, better. This is not 100% cotton, but it does a really good job. So um, the paints look vibrant, just like if I was on 100% cotton paper. Um, so yeah. So see how these I like those blends. I'll show you right now and see. So that's why it's important to keep adding water because you want it to blend, but you want it to blend realistically, right? You don't want it to give you a muddy. You don't want that. You don't want it to give you a muddy and I'm only gonna go in here where the thing overlaps. I'm not gonna go. You all tell me about how unrealistic or blah blah. Even though you like my work, well, this is as realistic as you're gonna get with me, and it's good because see, you're learning something, and I'm telling you, I do it this way. I normally do it this other way, but this time, and this, I'm not letting it because I'm not adding more water because I don't want it to go everywhere. But this undersea green does granulate. I'll show you in a minute. It does granulate. Just to let you know. So I'm gonna go all around this leaf that I have in the back where I added so much. I love this. Ugh. See how it already changing the tints of your leaves in different ways? That's what you want. This is what this exercise is all about. This is what this is. That's why you need to use colors. If you're unsure, just look at the color wheel and use the colors that are next to it because you know that if you go and use the colors of opposite, you run a chance of creating mud. I just I just knew that these colors, with the exception of this one, but I'm gonna only squeeze a bit of this one, are on the transparent side. So I knew that I was gonna be okay, um, getting them to mix. And if in places like here, I'm like I should be fine because that's how the ground looks. But so if you're worried about that, just make sure that you do what I'm telling you. Like get get the colors that you know that if they mix to each other and you're learning how to mix, that they're gonna create a vibrant color, not a muddy color. So stay away from the hard ones for this exercise at least. So I'm really happy with this. I'm not gonna add more of that cabasol because I only wanted a tiny bit and it did its job. See, you see how we went from really light to like it's starting to darken, and it's okay if this one you can't see that. I see the shape of the real leaf. See, this one is super realistic, even though I wasn't really going. I was just adding water and having fun. So don't worry if you don't like what you're seeing. Keep going, and until you're satisfied. This exercise is all about color, water, and mixing. So, you know, just keep going. And you can even lift. This is watercolor, so you can even lift some color, okay? So be fine. That's why I said it's better. If you're learning, it's better that you don't sketch it, I think. So we are going to, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna add a little bit of alcohol because I want it to dry faster before I add this Cabasol Violet. This Cabasol Violet is a monster, I'm telling you. That's why it is a monster. In my early days, I used to use it a lot. A lot, a lot. It is an excellent purple and it's very sought after. I was very happy when I got it in a set. I do believe, I want to say it was this too. And I think it was a French opera or something. And then oh yeah, or the Hansa yellow that came with it. I don't remember. And I gave the Hansa yellow because I dislike the Hansa yellow. I prefer, and it's funny because I do like it in the gouache version. So that's probably I don't like it in the gouache version. Look at how bright and how nice it is. Maybe that's something I want to do. That whatever colors I have in gouache for Daniel Smith, I'm gonna compare it to their watercolor counterpart and see how differs. Because I wasn't too happy when this came in the set, in the mixing set. But yeah, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna have a open mind. And yeah, it's brighter. It's really bright. It's actually closer to the like a biscuit. And this lemon, it's super lemony, like an oil paint. Like I love it. Lemon yellow is my favorite, cool yellow. But I wasn't really loving it. That's why every time like I sold most of my Hansa yellow medium. I'm like, oh Hansa. But this is a medium. I think the Hansa yellow light is the one I don't like. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I think this one in the watercolor version, I think I have it in the half pan set. I'm pretty sure. I think that one's more orangey than this one. It's really interesting. So that must mean that Daniel Smith is using like a different type of different method. You know what I'm saying? Of for the color. So we're starting to look good. Um, I'm seeing. So I put that alcohol wash. I mean, wash, just sprays, not wash, but wash. And we almost use it. And there was a little bit, so I hadn't used this undersea green in a long time. I think like in 2 years, because I had the little tube set, and so I am gonna use that up because I noticed the binder came out, and I was like, ooh, that this burnt Quedacodomor orange, and I'm gonna look for another one of this with the PO48 on eBay because it is, oh my god, I forgot. I mean, no, I didn't forget. I really love this color. And see, from view, it's starting to look like pumpkins, huh? But this is gonna make all the difference. This one right here, this violet. Woo! It's gonna be so. Stay still. I just put a little bit on the point. Stay on there. So I'm not gonna mess. Ooh, with that one. Okay, maybe I will, cause that was an accident. That happens. So whatever I have here that it was transparent, you see that? As soon as I lay it down, it moves. This is why we use this color last, because it's incredibly powerful, you guys. Very, very like dark. It can be moody, so you always want to use a lot of water, like in this exercise with this color. Or you always want to, this is a good one for shadows. You know how you guys are always asking me, oh, what about the shadows? This is a good one for shadows because it's dark and intense, purpley. So if I would have put this in the beginning, you would have not been able to see anything. It would have been like a, so I'm gonna use it in the areas. So we are gonna darken our leaves, and we are going to leave the um the outside transparent. Normally they do the opposite. The leaves are transparent, and one day I guess I will do that, but it won't be today. Um, and the outside we're gonna leave it uh, transparent. The inside of the leaves are gonna be dark, vibrant, and moody. No, dark, vibrant, and I don't know, crunchy, I guess. If you have leaves that they're bendable, they're not crunchy, you can use them for this exercise, and instead of a stencil you can do that. I see that people do that all the time. You see how intense this color is, Marlene? You're like, oh my god. Yeah, you're gonna see. Daniel Smith don't play. As soon as you lay it down, you're like, woo. Yeah, his colors are super. So I'm gonna go around this leaf, and I think after this one, the lines are not gonna show anymore. So it's fine. Like I said, I could always resketch some of them if I have to, especially the ones that they're overlapping. So we need more water, and we need, look at this cabasol is it's pressed more on hot press paper. This is not hot press, or it's not 100% cotton. So wherever I don't, it's so dominant. Look at, super dominant. You see, compared to the other ones. And I'm adding only a tiny little bit of paint. But yeah, this color is something else. Something else, I'll tell you. I think I had a, I'm not sure if I had a, there a leaf. I want to do this on an overlapping leaf. I think most of my, I have to redraw, resketch the overlapping leaves because I don't see, I only see this one and that one completely disintegrate. You know what? I'm gonna put this on here and see how that goes. Because this is gonna be an overlapping leaf over here. It just completely dissolved, and now I have to water this down where I made that boo boo. That's okay. I'm just gonna go like this. See? And it's staining this color. Look at. I already knew that because I used this color a lot in my early days. I have not used it in a while, but yeah, this is an intense color. So we're only gonna use a little bit. And it moves a lot. Like it moves a lot. Uh, so we're only gonna use it. Look how much I squeeze and how much I use. We're not gonna we're not going to use a lot of it because yeah. So I'm just gonna use it in this corner as is. And I'm probably gonna darken the outside of the leaf because this one's more transparent. So gonna go around, see, and darken it. And I'm lifting the other color and it's mixing, which is so perfectly okay. Perfectly okay. So I'm gonna get a little bit more water and I'm just gonna go like this. So all this whole area can actually mix now with the cabezal. Woo. So I'm gonna wipe this a little bit and I'm gonna use a little tiny, I have some pyro here and I'm gonna drop it in some places that I see so I could bring some of that transparency back in some of the leaves. And then we're gonna let it dry and see where, 'cause I do believe we hit in the dark, we darken it as much as we can. I mean, I don't want this whole thing dark. And so yeah, so see where I'm dropping, and I do believe this is a pyro and something else. See, it's definitely pyro. So it moves. So see perfect. Look at that. Because of the purple, it turned into. If that happens to you and you don't want it, just lift it up. This is watercolor. Just lift it up. Lift it up, and it becomes transparent again. I'm not gonna leave it like that. I am gonna add a little bit of the camisole, but I'm adding this pyro as well. See, it takes over. It just takes over. It's incredibly. So I'm gonna wash this brush, and I'm gonna add more of the red, and I'm gonna leave it alone because if you try to mix it, the red, the purple, because the purple is a mix already. Um, and you add some sort of like green or something, it'll turn into a brown, just like the way you saw it. So just leave it alone. And see, there we go. So add some water, drop it, and leave it alone. And it'll dry like that. So I'm gonna add more of the red pyro here and what it just leave it alone. See, right there. And it's for me it's okay if it brings a little bit of that orangey back because I wanted to. So I'm gonna add a little bit here of that green with this beautiful, and it'll just show more of that. I don't think I'm gonna resketch this one. I really like the fact that it became like supernatural, like natural leaf, and so that this is I'm teaching you a lot of things, like 5 things here without even knowing. So this is what I used to do sometimes, just watch the paint move because I wanted to see how each brand, when I had not that many brands of watercolor of artist grade, this is what you want to do because it'll show you granulating, this staining, whatever. It will show you on that, and I'm just gonna add on this one just a tiny bit. This is where you want to sketch your with paint if you want. your, like, yeah, like this, your stems. If you like, I like to do it. So on this one, I think it's like something like this, and then something like this, and they will show when they dry. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way this is coming out, you guys. I could still see my sketch. That's why I don't like to sketch it, because when the paint takes over, the sketches looks makes it look kind of like, how should I say it? Not natural. Like this looks natural. This looks natural. That's what I like to go for. But this one, and I'll show you a close up. I might have to use maybe a little bit more of paint to to cover it, because I don't like the way it looks. It looks very unnatural to me, because I sketch it with that. Remember with that. I like my stuff to look as natural, like the way I see it on the ground, or the way I saw it somewhere. Like that looks like something I saw that in Washington State when I used to live over there. I lived in a lot of places here in the U.S., you guys, including Georgia. I was in everyone's school there. I didn't see much, because then I had to leave to back to my duty station, which was North Carolina, and I didn't like it there either. But I stayed. I have to go back to Georgia and visit you, Marlene. Visit, because I didn't see the cool places. I just I just didn't. But, so this is, see, it's adding. There is, this is a leaf that you can't see it anymore. But see how that one, it's okay. It's natural, natural. And see, lift. And I'm probably gonna add a little bit here of red, so it'll have like a sun kiss, since our leaves are actually darker. So I think I'm happy with this, you guys. I'm gonna let it dry, and I'm gonna show you my paintings. So this cabezo is something else. I'm gonna show you some of my old paintings that I think they came out pretty good. And we're gonna give this a little spritz of alcohol, so it'll dry faster, and we might sketch some things, but I am pretty happy with this. Look how pretty that doesn't, it screams fall. This one, I don't know, it's a little bit of a boo boo, but um yeah, but it's okay. It's all right. I'm gonna probably sketch. Don't you guys love it? I could paint natural leaves better, see, than sketching. That's why I don't sketch, cause, and I'm glad. See it, they're erasing. I'm a natural person. I just I don't know what it is. Like, it's so pretty. It came out better than what I thought, what I envisioned actually. So this is gonna be part of our color story. Let me put this over here, and let me show you more of the stuff that that I did do, that I did better, I think. You're gonna see how many blocks I've gone through, and so Marlene, and this is, I'm not showing you everything. I'm just showing you some things. So these are here. So this one is actually. Ooh, uh-oh. I accidentally took the candle off. Okay. Oops. Sorry, mommy. I accidentally hit the candle and I turned it off. Okay. This is actually a summary on crescent. On crescent. This is I think this was inspired by the first time I went. This is like a fishbowl, and I follow the prompt of Lindsay the photographer, and then my hand did other things, and I added more stuff. But yeah, I did sketch the little fishes. They're okay, but I think overall this composition, and so yeah, that was this. These were on crescent boards. This I think I did it a couple of times, and then I was feeling. I did first this, and then I sketched over it, but I didn't think it didn't come out that well. Yeah, like, but I mean, I think I no, I used the the watercolors, Dr. P.H. Martin. I'm pretty sure I did that, and then I sketched over it, and I was like, I don't know what I did. I didn't really like that one, but this one I do believe was the Aquarius watercolors, Tree of Life, and then I sketch over it. I want to do more of these actually. This is also on a crescent board, and then this one was so cute. I like it. I just feel like I need. This is like dumb, like little kid stuff. But yeah, this was Easter. Look at my little. Yeah, I was just playing around. I was like Easter eggs, but I need to ground them because they look like they're floating. But yeah, it's really funny to see that. Let me show you. These are watercolor paintings, and some of them. This is on Bauhan or no this paper, the big pad that I have. The big pad. This is the regular size of the Fabriano from the ones that Michaels no longer sells. That we think is Fabriano. Well, I'm gonna find out because now I have the real Fabriano. But this is 100% cotton. This was something I just kind of happened. See, I was playing around with colors, and I like the way these are probably I'm gonna keep them. When what I'm gonna do is add like acrylic paint and around and make them more mixed media. That's why, and these are on 100% cotton paper. That's why they're here. Same thing with this ones. It's like I like the way they came out. This is a hydrangea, and I don't know why I put this, but this is a hydrangea. Oh, it was like this actually. But yeah, I really like the way that it came out, and I was just and this I was just playing around. I think I didn't like whatever, and I left it because yeah, I left it open so I could just add more stuff to it later, which I will. And yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna leave it out so I can remember because these are all 100% cotton paper. Same thing with this one. I could always do. I did backgrounds, and I think because I was trying to scan them or something, that's what that was. But now I'm probably just gonna use them for something else. So I'm gonna keep the background. See, backgrounds, because I like the way they mix. I do believe this is Dr. P.H. Martin. Yeah, because it doesn't reactivate. Watch. Yeah, it's Dr. P.H. Martin. It doesn't reactivate. So it's Dr. P.H. See? Yeah, I'm a very organic painter, Marlene, for sure. So all these backgrounds, I'm probably gonna start using them with acrylics. This one, oh my god, I'm gonna keep this one like this. Doesn't it? It's like very painterly, but abstract. See, that's why people are like, why do you like abstract? It's like, I like the unknown. It's like, and it's so pretty. I don't even remember how that happened. Like how the paint got like that. This one I was testing it the granulation and it did. This was on rough paper, I think. Yeah. Look how good it granulates. On rough paper, you see the granulation a lot. Like you see the explosion. See? So that's why I said don't ever throw away your stuff because these were from years ago, like maybe close to 3 years now, that I was just playing around with not with acrylic inks with Dr. PH. Look at that one. How nice is that? It could be anything now. See, I don't like gray, and I was like trying to mix it to see what it would give me, and I think it toned down the other colors. But this is a nice pastel. This one I turned it. This one is probably gonna be chopped up. So I really don't. This was just a practice one. I think I was trying to practice roses or something because they look kind of weird. So this one's yeah, this one's gonna go in the pile of like chopped up. See, I did. Oh, this was when I was for whatever reason I was testing out like I just wanted to get sometimes when I get stressed and I was just trying to do little like squares because I wanted to see and but I just wanted to get off my mind like I just wanted to distress. So this is a really good exercise to do that. Yeah, see more. I think I'm pretty sure I was practicing here. Like I was practicing my like roses and stuff like that. That's why I know these were from a long time ago. Cause look at what I'm doing now and look what I used to do. And and see, I kept them because I like the way that watercolor flows on paper. And I'm glad I kept them. I'm pretty sure I have never thrown anything away. I give stuff away and stuff like that, but I like to see my progress, and since I'm filming my stuff, then it's pretty cool. Oh, this was a favorite. This is definitely a favorite that I think I it was yeah, it was something like this. It was like some sort of like hydrangea or something like that. But it probably needs more, but I could easily convert this into like the foreground and into like a mixed media piece. So yay. This was when I was trying to do landscapes, you guys. Look, I even created a sun without even knowing. Look at that. I actually like this piece. I haven't seen it in years. Look at that. And I could actually, this, I could cut it in half. I could, yeah, it could be, yeah, I think it is like this. I remember because I was like trying to practice how to do landscapes. And somehow the watercolor was color flowering on me, so I just kept it. And but it looks really pretty. I really love. See, I have a certain color palette. Oh, this is when I yeah. Look at this. When I was this is a vase. This one I could actually easily convert it into a mixed media for this is a flower vase. You see that? And I just allow these were my brush strokes and I was just like going crazy. And I didn't even remember how well this mixed and it granulated. I do believe this is a Cabasol that it's probably Daniel Smith. Oh, this was a favorite, and then I sketch over it because I like the colors and I didn't really like my sketch, but it is permanent. So this one I'm gonna actually convert into because it's permanent into an actual like acrylics. I don't know what I was trying to do there, and I think I picked up the shapes and I wasn't really sketching, but I still like the colors. So yeah, interesting. See, I did a lot of. That's why I don't do like. And this one, this is why I don't like. I don't. I used to do a lot of white backgrounds, and I don't like them anymore. I prefer. This is another when I was like really in my early days when I was practicing, and I think I was just practicing what I was seeing. But like I said, I'm definitely more organic. And but this were my humble beginnings. Oh, this is a fun one. Um, I sketch a bunch of tea lights, and then I was like, Shh. This one I think I might have to cut this one. But it's I like this. What I don't like that the fact that I too much color on the back, so I needed more of a neutral. But that's probably gonna be converted. Oh, this one was a favorite too, except it didn't go that as well. So yeah, same thing. I probably just create like different stuff. But oh, this one I was missing drawing, believe it or not. And I didn't have the drawing pencils and stuff, but I liked the colors. This is where I discovered English red, and I was like, oh, okay. Can you guys still see the sketch? And I kind of liked it, and I was like, so I left it. But yeah, you could definitely. I think I sketched something that I remember when I was a drawing student. The so this is it goes like this actually. Like this is the ground, and this is yeah, and I just kind of sketch it by this is not 100% cotton. This is the black Strathmore, and I was trying to do the moon, and I was like, oh okay, and I just couldn't get it right, and I was like, I'll just splatter. But yeah, look at experiments. These are all experiments. Look at that with acrylic ink. It's like quite see quite amazing. Look at this, the color. Oh look, they're like drinks. I didn't even know. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's like I didn't even notice. Oh, this one was just this one is yeah, this one's no good. This is the actual student gouache, the jelly one, and that's when I noticed. I'm like, oh, that one's no good. It's gonna that one I might actually throw it away. This one, look at this. I like the colors on this one, the silver, whatever it makes, and it created that. And then see a little bit on the back. Yeah. I think this is not this just experimental. And see, look at I like the way that these things. So this one is nothing. I think this is a paper that I was telling you about the Legion. These are super early. Look at that. Super early. When I was yeah, very early. Oh, these I remember. This was when I found the Artisa round paper. So yeah, this is actual 100% cotton. So it's so cute, huh? Like a little tree, but it's actually like flowers. And then this one I just did it out of like memory. And to this day, I don't know what it is, but people tell me it might be a poppy, like a baby poppy. I'm not sure. Yeah, these were like my early days, you guys. Look at that. I think this is when I didn't really like this was for St. Patrick's, like the neo color tubes, and I was like, these are dumb. They don't do nothing. So this one I did like. This is when I was starting to follow tutorials, but I noticed I didn't like mine didn't come out the same, and I didn't really like following tutorials. But yeah, I did do it. I might do something else with this one. Look at that. This is how I test color. So when I used to have more time, I used to um I used to do this. And this is the Paul Rubin. Yep, and so is this one. That's why I left it. And the glitter, oh my gosh, it's so nice. I think this is a Paul Rubin. No, this is another one. But I like the colors and stuff. I just look at them make me happy. Yeah, this was the early days. Look at that, the hummingbird. And I actually saw the picture of this. Look how like I sketch around to make it look better. But I did notice I didn't really like that technique either. This one was cool. I did it like the coffee splatters. I actually want to do another one of these, but with flowers and like a pumpkin like, and then flowers all around. But yeah, this is the coffee one. This was a favorite one, and I think I messed up here, but yeah, it was cool. This was for Valentine's. I do this every. This is where the my heart series started because I started doing this in watercolor. And look how these I actually do like. You see the granulation and stuff, and then this is the I sketch on top. See, this is a technique that I told you that if you don't like doing the what I was doing, you could just saturate your paper and then just stencil on top. And that's kind of what I did here. And yeah, that's another way. But and then I did it with three different colors, and then I did this. I did with marker, and yeah, it was okay. This one was my favorite actually. Of all three of them, this one was my favorite. Very simple, very, and the black is actually like the marabou, not the sharpie, but the marabou one. And yeah, I this was. I think I wanna recreate this, but um in oil paint and obviously in acrylic. But yeah, same thing here. See, this is how I like testing my colors, and I like the vibrancy, and then how they react. And this, yeah, I did that all along. But I could use these backgrounds for something else. This is the same thing. I think I didn't like the background, and then I was doing something, and I'm like, oh. But now looking at them, they look like fruits and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe I'll just cut them out. This one was a favorite. Was I already know when the Mario Brothers movie was coming out, and I actually painted this in the winter, and then the movie came out in the I remember in the late spring. It was kind of cool, and I do wanna recreate this in oil paint or yeah, but yeah, this is it was I love painting mushrooms, especially this one because they look like Mario Brothers. Mario Brothers, so that's a favorite. This there was a time I started doing like different in different colors. Um, the flowers. This is the pansy, and I like the way the I only use like two colors for each. See, and I was just like, oh, okay, interesting. And I was like just hand doing them. And I like the way this one came out as well. And see, I don't like the using. I don't like sketching. This one came out good too. This is when my roses started to come out pretty decent. Now do you start to see this is more of what I do now? And so yeah, I really like this one, and actually the colors as well. So I'd see I that one looks kind of weird, so I just kind of left it like that. But I think I could actually leave these and just yeah, either cut them out and become part of a collage, or I don't know, make a painting or something. But this one, same thing. It's like I remember putting the color cauliflower, I let it dry, and then I added splatters, and I was like, oh god, doesn't it look like the summer sky or something to you guys? Like summer, like when you look up in the clouds and stuff. Yeah, it's what it looked like to me. This is I didn't really like. This is the first trial of the field of poppies of my oil paint that I did last September. This was the trial, believe it or not. And then after that, I went straight to oil painting. I'm like, well, it's do or die. You do it or you don't. So this one, I'm probably just gonna like erase it, like not use it like that. But I'm not sure. Yeah, it was really crazy. It looks like the field looks so small, and then the poppies look so gigantic. I'm so off. It's so ridiculous. This one was a favorite as well. I was just see I practice how to paint leaves because this is the way that I see them, the branches in my house. So same thing here. I do believe these are apples. We don't have apples, but I think I was trying to. I think that's what I was trying to do. But I could actually use this one and turn it into the soft pastel. I think that's what I'm gonna do with this one. And this was a favorite. I did. This is my orange tree, a branch, and it had so many oranges that year, and it's just I'm just probably gonna go back and like refine it more a little bit. But yeah, I did like this one. Oh, this one was cute. This one was just like a fun type of painting. And yeah, it doesn't it look like the little from the candy the Jack in the back in the day the Jack in the how do I say it the popcorn caramel popcorn Jack in the something I don't know if you remember Ronnie, but my brother used to bring some, and this the little it had the little tiny animal. So it looks like the logo. But then I just added some wings for fun. This was a fun one. This one, that's when I was becoming like when the all the practice and stuff was starting to become more apparent, and then I would just use that because I would get frustrated. I never liked putting leaves. It always looked kind of weird to me. I was always satisfied with the result of the thing, and I wish I would have. But I think this I'm gonna cut it out, and then um yeah I could well this I could erase. I just put acrylic like acrylic, and um and it'll be fine. But yeah, this is when I was actually all that practice and stuff, and yeah, 2 years into it, it was just kind of and yeah, this is very early on when I was trying to make bubbles. This I do believe this is not. It might be 100% cotton. I don't remember. It feels kind of weird and kind of rough. And I was just kind of like, I got frustrated. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna. So you guys think like, oh Maria, oh my God, this one was such a struggle. There was a year I was doing, and on my Instagram I always do a different challenge, and this is the lily of the valley. Oh my gosh, I could not get this flower, and it's still. So I just painted like white. I think I used whitewash. I don't know what I used, and I got so frustrated, and I was just like, what the heck? I was happy about this in the background, but this I don't even know how that happened. But I was like, I was mad, and I was like, oh. So yeah, lily of the valley. So I'll never forget that flower. That was a hard one. This one doesn't it look like a photograph to you guys? I actually did it, and I kept it. It looks like an I don't know. I think I was just playing with the and I don't know if the my I had the too much water or something. I could never recreate it, you guys. Could never recreate this one because this one was a those accidents. This was one of them, and I was like so content with it. It looks like what is that flower, the delicate flower that everybody likes, and it takes forever to bloom in the spring. You know what I'm talking about? My friend used to have it look like that, like in the bloom and when it was still not blooming. But I I don't remember how I got this effect, but this was one of my favorite effects in watercolor. And I don't even see at those time I never wrote anything. That's why we're doing color stories so I can remember. But this was definitely a favorite. This one actually I could actually collage in a like what I think I'm gonna do is cut it like this. So this can be one painting and this could be another painting. And I'm gonna mount it on one of those because this was I feel like it's one of those perfect ones, at least in my eyes. Like it doesn't need anything, and I really like this effect. I don't remember how I got this effect, but I must have been using a lot of water or something. Cause yeah, it was it's really pretty, and I can't. Every time I look at it, I'm reminded. I was like, it looks like a picture, like a faded picture, but I actually did it. I actually did it, and I'm gonna yeah. I'm probably gonna leave this out so I could work on it and mounted it. Yeah, this was see Potter's Pink, I think. Yeah, I was just playing around. This one I could use it. See, I was coming into my own. I told you. I told you. So many. At first, I used to say, "Why do my roses look like donuts?" Yeah, this was unexpected. I was just playing around, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh!" And then I did use a little bit of pen. Oh, African violets. Oh, yes. That might be true, Marlene. And see, I never even look. I you might think I look stuff up, but no. I I actually paint. I'm an organic painter. I paint as I remember, or I just paint because this one I think it needs a little bit more help. But this one was also one of those. But this one, that one, what I just showed you was a happy accident. This one I actually do have the sketch for it. These are remember the one that I showed you? That was a practice one on my sketchbook on the Balhong. This is I do. Oh, this is Balhong paper. I think I think so. No, it is the Fabriano from the one we think is Fabriano. And I was really happy about this. I did use some pencil and see how like I was really happy with this one, and I really like the this. These are hummingbirds on a thing. Um, See, that's why. But I think they look more like birds. But I did put the peak of hummingbirds. Yeah, they're like lovebirds, because hummingbirds. But yeah, ooh, I just dropped a bunch of my paintings. It's okay. And this one I was happy with. See, I this one I kept the white because that's what people told me in YouTube, but I was never really happy with that. So I could always. Oh, this one I killed it. This was an actual. See, I did white background, but I left it. But I really don't like that. That's why I don't do that anymore. This one was actually something like and a flower that I did get, that I did have, and it died. It bloomed and it died. But I did. Every time I look at it, I'm reminded. Yeah, this was Roman schmaltz, and yeah. So that's why I don't like to listen to people because this one I was really happy. This is my also. I put a lot on my fruit trees, the lemons, the oranges, the this is the plums. No, not the plums. These are another the pomegranates, but these come out on the tree. I figs, because in Spanish they call something else. So I was like, oh okay, and I just the little another fruit that they're orange, but they're not oranges. They're little. But yeah, so I was kind of happy about this one. Now going looking back, I was like, oh, what I was thinking. I thought it was good then, but it's not that great. But at least it's all there, so I could actually recreate it again. Yeah, the fruit trees, right? So I don't just do botanical. I mean, I do botanicals, but the fruit trees are my favorite. I think I'm gonna focus on that more as we progress. Marlene, I'm gonna put that on the back, African violets, cause it sure looks like that. For the oh my god, this is like so pretty. This one I'm gonna cut it and mount it on an actual thing. Thank you, Marlene, for that. African violets. Um, and this effect, but I I don't even remember how I got this. Um, I was just playing around, and I could never ever. My hand never did something like this again. But sometimes I feel like I paint unconsciously. So this is where I started to get a lot better, as you can see. But I noticed there's a big change, and there's more, but I'm not gonna show you more. I think you get the gist of. It's just something that I just wanted to do um, for a long time, so you don't think that I had really humble beginnings. And in my family, nobody paints. I have a brother who's excellent at but he doesn't live here anymore. He's in Mexico. He did drafting, he did graphic design, and like indoor of the houses, like the designs of the houses and blueprints and everything. He's more of a like a master engineer. He never studied it, but he seemed to me like that. And but nobody paints in my house. Like I just picked it up one day. And see, I'm really happy except for this with this painting. Um I can see everything, and I like the organic. You see how the this one almost looks black? So if you don't want to use black in your work, just get a Cavasol from Daniel Smith Cavasol Violet, and trust me, that's gonna do with the job. A shadow violet will also, which Merlin you do have. Did you have you gotten your mail today, Merlin? Yeah or no? And excuse me, I didn't write a note, but I was like in a hurry. So the only thing I'm gonna do here, I'm not happy about that all this scratchiness. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna leave it alone for now because I did say I was gonna resketch some of the stuff right back. So I'm gonna get one of these markers and redo it. You see, it's gonna look less organic, but that's okay. This is for our color stories anyway, so it's not an actual painting. When it's an actual painting, I wouldn't be sketching. I would probably as when I would be done with the paint before it dries, I would actually use my watercolor pencils and I would sketch whatever I would be doing. So by the time it dries, you wouldn't see the pencil marks. So that looks alright. I'm gonna use this one, and I don't know. I think the other one messed up. The violet, the periwinkle one. This one it messed up. Not yesterday. I don't know, but I was like, oh okay. So I probably need to sketch only a few, and then that's it. Cause I remember I had it something like this, and then it disappeared. Like I said, this is gonna be for color stories, but the more accurate you get it, like the more happy, I wouldn't say accurate, but the more happy you're with your stuff, you're better to recreate it. Yeah, I don't know what happened to the nib of this. Something happened yesterday and it doesn't allow the paint to flow. This is the only thing I don't like about these paint markers from Derwent. See, look, I'll show you. See, it comes out, but I'm like, oh, it's like it gets stuck on there. I'm not sure. And it's not there. I don't know. It did the same thing yesterday after we were done, and I was like, oh, okay. You know me, I'm a mixed media, so but I'm not gonna do it harder on myself. Yeah, see, I don't know what it is with this, and this was a nice color. It matched it really well, so I'm gonna have to use this one, or I'll just use the pink. I think it was a pink. Actually, more of this. I don't know. No, this one's too light. Oh yeah, that's way too light. Um, I don't know what's wrong with this. Oh, okay. Is it is it gonna work or no? No. So I'm just you know what? I'm just gonna sketch it with this with a waterproof one since it's the same color that I'm going for. But yeah. Mm, just gonna do it like this. I don't need the whole thing to come out. I just need to like get some of the shape in. You don't have to do the stems either. Sometimes I don't do the stems. See? Okay, that was actually a good choice on my part. Ta-da! So it's there. It's a little faded, but it's okay. We want it to be faded. I want it to be as organic. Cause I'm probably gonna paint now that area because I was not happy with that area. And I'm gonna read, I think it was like this, maybe like that, like that. So I'm going to, actually I'm gonna use this one now again. This is the cranberry one, the pen. I don't know what happened to that one yesterday that when I, remember when I used it? And then after that, it doesn't allow the paint, for whatever reason, it's not flowing all the way inside. Maybe the little nib thing got messed up. I don't know. But maybe I should write a Derwin saying that their paint markers are good, but when they go too fast, they suck. Ooh, that's a nice choice. What is this color? I love this color. Cranberry. Oh, no wonder. The other one that it's nice too is it's a periwinkle, I believe. I don't know what happened to it. It's like the nib thing, the little thing is what, because it's so thin. But it's a point 0.5. I wish it was 0.7 so they work better. Oh, okay. Your mail runs late, so you still don't have it. Shake well. What is this? Violet. Okay, so some of it is, and yeah, yeah. I don't know the. Oh, the paint is now running. Okay, this is weird. Okay, so it probably did get messed up. Ugh. Anyway, and it's all over, and that's permanent. That's fine. I think I'm gonna do one more here. Oh, it was right here actually, right there. Actually, I'm gonna have it this way, and then that's it. I love this cranberry because it's exactly the color, the moody color. But now it looks less organic, but that's okay. I am just gonna go with it so you guys can see it. This is why I don't sketch it and I'm using an acrylic. This is an acrylic marker, even though it's, so if I didn't want to use the watercolor pencil anymore. I was just like, you know what, I'm done with that. But if you wanted to look less, I guess, more organic, what you can do, which is what I'm gonna do right now. Um, so we're gonna add some leaves. Because like I said, this is for a cutter story, so it's fine. Oh, that one's this one. So it's fine. It's for our color stories. This one, I think, what's happening? Oh, it doesn't like the water, I think. So this one's actually better because it doesn't like it. So I don't, the less I see it, the better, I suppose. But I do like this cranberry one. See, it's not too bright and it's just like the perfect um thing, I guess. I like that one. The rest, I'm gonna keep them like that. So this gonna be for our color stories. So it's fine. Yep. So I might sketch another one here, but mm, like going this way. There we go. And I'm gonna use this one. That'll be it. And then that'll be it. I do prefer the microns actually. Now there are some really nice ones, which is the Faber Castell, but I don't know where mine are. The real skinny ones, and those have India ink. So see, this one's perfect because it's so light that can't really see it, and that's kind of what I want. But I do like this one. So at the end, I do like the way it came out. We still can see some of our marks here. So I'll just do this so you can see that it's a leaf and doesn't look in. Yeah, I do like the way. I do love the organic one. So the next time that I do it, hopefully I can find my other one, my other leaf, because I like the maple leaf. This is not my favorite, but I mean it worked well here. This is for color stories. So I think I want to do one last thing there. I don't like the scratchiness. So what I'm gonna do is add a little bit more of this pyro and this orange and this pyro and just add it like, because I don't like that scratchiness. I don't know. See, and it didn't come off weird. Okay, but overall, I'm happy with it. There. I'm just gonna let it. How long have I been here? Oh my God, 2 hours. And this was supposed to be 1 hour. Wow, I really get into my things and not think. Okay, with just yes, well, just the exception of that, I am happy. Look how it came out. Like I said, the organics are my favorite, but I did add it a little bit more the sketchy part just for you guys to see that the overlap. But it's gonna be for a color story, so we're gonna do that now. We're gonna take it off the this. Where's the carousel? This one. And now you're seeing how powerful Daniel Smith is, even on non 100% cotton. That's a lesson for you guys that good watercolor. Oh, I think. Did I take two off? Oh no. Please don't tell me I took two off. Yeah, I did. But I was trying to get one off. So I did take. So the other one, I'm just gonna make it lighter. I didn't take it off completely, but I did put it on there. And as you can see, I still left puddles. You can reactivate this. I don't want to. So like I said, texture for me is good. I love texture. But yeah, and it's gonna come off really well. This pad is not bad at all. I mean, I'm using it to do color stories, but it's holding up really well. This Hanamula. So I have the Harmony, the hot press for not as far as I know, it's not 100% cotton. Um, but it's hold its own. It's done really well. I And especially for mixed media. I mean, watercolor, yay, but mixed media is like, whoa. Okay, so now we're gonna fold it in our color stories. And this one I might not paint on the back. I'm not sure because it's very saturated. So it's very saturated. So did you guys? I hope you guys like it and try it out. And try it out in different ways. This was another way that but like I said, I like to sketch at the end, and you can see why. But I also like the ones where I sketch in the beginning. This would have worked out better. This marker things. I like the ones I use, or the microns too. If when saturated even more. But I am happy with what we came out with. But like I said, you can saturate at the time you're saturating and you're hitting the midway, the a little bit more than midway. You can start to use your ink tank pencils, your watercolor pencils. because it will dissolve your marks. Not all the way, but it will dissolve um, your marks. Oops. Oopsie. Oh Lord, I messed up. That's okay. Mm, yeah. Okay. Ah, I think this one's gonna come out wonky because I messed up. That's okay. Cool. And I do it when it's still drying because if you don't, then it's really hard to fold it. Remember, this is so the do try to if you do this, try to do it with not watercolor paper, but like mixed media. This is works pretty good because it goes with the flow as I'm bending it, but it's yeah, it's it might be I might have to do the back at some point with acrylic or something. But for now, let me get my scissors, and then once I cut it and show you, that's it. We're gonna end this because I'm hungry. I am very hungry, and I think my phone is about to die too. So thank you, Marlene, for always being here. I hope you guys try this out. The ones watching me on replay, and Marlene, girl, I hope you like the present and then try out that. Now you could do this project once you get your Daniel Smith at nighttime, just like I said. Huh? I didn't even think about that. So yeah, there's a lot of ways you can fold this, but this is the easiest way I found for this paper. But you can cut it a bunch of ways. So yeah, well yeah, I'm definitely not gonna paint it because yeah, on the back because I think this is okay. I think this is okay. This works really well. I actually like doing the color stories because I get to use paint that I have not like you see how it's bendy, it's drying, so it allows you to so I'm gonna show you how this worked out. And it's okay. I like the fact that it's kind of imperfect. It's a almost like a sign. See, or different shapes of leaves. You see that? Ah, doesn't it make you feel like you're outside? Like, oh, this is fall, and you can play with it. Like you can actually um, use it this way if you like. But I like the way it came out. It came out so nice, you guys. Ah, let's see. Uh, let's see here. See, and sometimes whatever, yeah, yeah, it makes you feel, especially where you are, Marlene, right? Look at, and it's okay. Look at that. So I actually leave it always like in the bottom of this on my glass thing, and I go back and it just like do this. Okay. All right, guys. Okay. Well, thank you, Marlene, for being here. Enjoy your stuff, and your tomorrow you should get your winning prize. And I'll see you in another video. Or Wednesday. The Wednesday video is already filmed, so take care. I don't know when I'm gonna be back on another live. If I'm not back before that, because I'm trying to finish out my certificate. Oh, okay, cool. Then I hit it. Yeah. And yeah, then yeah, I'll just like I said, what put on if you're watching on replay, put on your bye bye. Thank you. Put on your like, subscribe and share. Put on your thing because I don't know when in this month my lives are gonna be. It's a surprise because I don't know. Okay, take care. Bye bye.